Hey guys, we're here today in Valheim, and my original plan was to make a build guide on an island base, but as I explored the world a little bit and tried to build on some islands, it is really hard to do a guide on islands. With the procedurally generated world, all the islands are laid out very different, and it would be hard to give you a guide on how exactly to build a base that works on any island you come across. So instead, I decided to give you 3 tips for island building that should help you anytime you're trying to build on an island and be more universally usable no matter what situation you are in. Tip number 1 is fairly simple, and it is to build at least 6 meters high for your main area or where you're going to have your campfire and comfort or your bed. I have done quite a few tests in the game, running wind in different directions, making sure it's storming, and I ran measurements from approximately the lowest point of landmass on multiple islands. And I have not seen a wave rise above 5 meters in height from the lowest point on the island. So presumably from the lowest point on the island that you see, or what seems to be roughly sea level when it's calm, should be safe at 6 meters in height from any waves crashing or any rising sea levels. If you do 6 meters in height from a tall point of the island, then you should have plenty of safe space in the area and not have to worry about your campfire getting washed out or any of your floorboards or walls getting damaged by the water. Tip number 2 has a bit to do with base layout. Although the water does rise pretty high, up to about 5 meters if you're out on an island, and you've no doubt noticed that wood and things like that will get washed away with the water, it's important to note that coal and iron ingots and heavier items like this do not get washed away in the water. And I have tested, although all campfires and torches will get washed out by the water, your furnace and smelter will not. So in order to save space on a tight island, I recommend placing your smelter and kiln down underneath the house, and they can be really roughly at sea level, and the rising water will not put out their fires. They will still operate and pump out coal and ingots during storms, and the ingots and coal will not move or be washed away. The other thing to note that's important with this is I have also tested the workbenches and the chests being submerged in the water the best that I could, and they do not seem to take any long-term water damage from the ocean. So they can also be down on this level if you choose to place your entire workshop down here, or just have some chests for storage, and they will be safe from any storms. And tip number 3 can be fairly simple, and is more of a cosmetic or aesthetic tip, but you can terraform the edges of islands to pull some of it out of the water and give yourself a little bit more landmass. But in general, I recommend not terraforming islands a large amount. Move your base with the terrain, move up and down with it, and it gives it this more lively feel and look. It's a lot easier to handle, and you don't have to deal with the annoyances of terraforming or the lag that can come along with it. And if you place your foundation and base in stone, it can give it a really nice look, and it's really nice to have the green or the plant life growing around your island base and give it a more tropical feel instead of that basic brown dirt look around where your building pieces are. Just a quick video for you guys today with those couple of tips. I am going to continue working on maybe an island base build and see if I can get something compact that I can feel works on any island that you come across. But hopefully these tips can help you get the island base you were looking at doing a little bit easier with a little bit less hassle. And maybe one of them can just give you that little bit of idea or inspiration to get the build done how you would like. Let me know down in the comments if you have any more tips for building on an island that you've come across to make it a little bit easier to deal with the high waves, the rising sea level, or the compact spaces. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.